cold. On the 14th floor in a bedroom door don't lie. So happy we don't gotta worry about the cops. We could all get arrested for this, but when the bodies mix, I don't give a shit tonight. Alright. Now she walks in the bedroom fast, despite all the noise from the crowd. Now she's bedless on the bathroom sink. Her mother would be so proud. Gets on a deed and there's a line to go pee, but the bathroom looks like a war zone.
Welcome in to episode 50 of Phired Up, presented by the Belly Up Podcast Network. Check him out at bellyupsports.com. That's right, we have made it to 50 episodes. Unfortunately, Dom is not here this week. He is miles and miles and miles away out in California, so we pulled out all the stops. We got friend of the show, Doug, on. Doug, welcome to the show. How you doing?
It's great to be here. I'm taking over while Dom's out on his honeymoon. It's going to be great. It's going to be a great show.
Correct. You got big shoes to fill. All right.
I do.
And we'll get in touch with Dom at some point. He's gonna call in and hop in at some point during the show. So whenever that happens, I'll just bring him in and we'll just kind of talk with him for 5 minutes, see how he's doing. But listen, we got some Phillies to talk about, right? And we're gonna talk Phillies, and then later we got a little trivia segment. Should be a fun trivia showdown later, so we'll get to that later.
All right, I'm up for it. I saw the tweet go out earlier today. I'm ready for it.
You're ready. You were born for this moment. I know you were. But so the Phillies not looking too hot tonight against the Mets. Haven't scored a run yet. They're through 7, 4-0. Ranger got hit early. And he was pulled after, I think, 2 2/3. But I mean, the series against the A's, I mean, you had two really good games, and then one where the offense was invisible. But I mean, I guess 2 out of 3 ain't so bad. But against the A's, you would have liked to see 3 there.
No, you wouldn't. But that's Philly sports. That's what the Phillies do.
Right.
We get all hyped up for the season. You come out and you win the first 2 games, and you go up against a no-name pitcher, and you basically get shut out on your 3 hits.
Yep, 3 hits, and yeah, their only run didn't come until the 9th inning.
Right.
So
every year this happens. It's so annoying. I don't know what it is. No name pitcher walks in here and just dominates.
Dalton Jeffries is his name. 5 innings, 2 hits, 2 walks, only 2 strikeouts. Dalton Jeffries, 5 innings, 2 hit baseball against this what's supposed to be a real masher kind of lineup of the Phillies.
We're real mashing, all right. 3 hits. That's all you can
but at the same time, they put up 18 runs in the previous 2 games.
They did, but it's the A's. You traded away
True.
3/4 of your team, 15 players.
True.
You're playing nobodies.
That's true. I mean, Montes is a decent pitcher. They got to him on opening day. But you trade Mania. Yeah, no, the whole team, their whole payroll is like under $40 million.
Right. You got rid of big bats in your lineup. You got rid of Matt Chapman's. You got rid of a couple other guys. And
yep.
We just can't produce.
No, we can't. And like Harper and JT haven't really gotten going yet. So when they get going, I mean, the lineup's gonna mash. I mean, that's what they are. But right now, I mean, it's early. Listen, this is kind of baseball, right? It's you have your ups and you have your downs. So
I'm telling you, it's the cold weather. For whatever
it's the cold
reason,
weather.
If it's cold here in April, they do not hit for whatever reason.
I'll tell you this though, and maybe there's some blame to go around for Joe Girardi, but like for the most part, Nola looked pretty good his first outing. I will say this. So I mean,
good, you think?
I mean, you could argue. That he just got left in too long. I mean, he pitched 6 innings of 1-run baseball.
I mean, I do put that on Girardi.
Right, exactly. So I mean, the game just shouldn't have been that close really at the end, but
no, it shouldn't have been. I mean what was game 1? 9-5, 9-6, something like that.
9-5, yeah.
Yeah, it should have been 9-3, something like that. You don't leave Nola in that long. You can tell he was gassed.
Yeah, absolutely. And game 1, I mean, I don't know if he's just thinking maybe, you know, let's not kill our bullpen early. Let's try to get Nola. We know what we have in him. We, you know, try to build that confidence, right, to kind of move forward. And if Nola, you know, ends the game with only one earned run and he leaves him in for 6 or 7, and maybe Nola's, you know, has a bunch of confidence going into his next start. So maybe that was the mindset. That's really the only thing I could think of.
It could have been, or just Girardi not, you know what the hell he's doing.
That's possible. And listen, baseball's trying to make it easier on him. You know, you have DH now. You don't have to think that much.
Right. He has it easy. That's all you have to do is make decisions like that. You're the closest one to the pitcher. You can't tell he's gassed.
Right. I mean, I think it's kind of a make or break year for Joe Girardi anyway. Like, at the bare minimum, this team, with the moves they made, has to be a playoff team. If you're not, he's gone.
Right.
So I think it's make or break for him. But
no, it is. How many wins do you think the Phillies are going to have? What's your prediction?
So I went on another podcast, a Red Sox podcast, and they asked me the same question. This was before the season started. And my answer was probably around 86, 87 wins. I think that's good. I think that could get second in the division. I think that could get second, but I think the Braves will ultimately take it because I think their lineup's just too good. But listen, I think the over-under started at like 85.5 for at Vegas. So I would take the over there, but I would say around 86, 87.
Yeah, I'm right in there. 88. You can make an argument for 89. 90, I think, is pushing it.
It's pushing it. It is.
And then we don't have, and that's not proven yet to me.
Yeah, and as good as his lineup is, we're seeing it tonight. Like, they're going to be very feast or famine. Like, they're going to go out and score 9, 10 runs in a game, and then the next night they're going to be invisible.
Right. Yeah, they will.
So they're going to have their ups and their downs. So, and then who? So yeah, I mentioned Suarez. What's his name? Wheeler doesn't get his first start until tomorrow. He was dealing with some sort of injury, right? I think that's what I read.
Yeah, shoulder injury, which I'm looking forward to that because it's on my fantasy team.
He is on your fantasy team.
Yeah, as you know.
That is true. Listen, half my team is hurt already, and we're 4 games in. So,
dude, I had another injury today.
Did you?
13 pitches. He's hurt.
Who's that?
Luis Patino from the Rays.
Ah.
Yeah.
Well,
so
good.
the whole 0.2 points for first night.
Right. Exactly. Well, it was nice to see what's his name, Kyle Schwarber get started early, right, with a leadoff home run.
I don't like him in the leadoff spot, but he's pretty.
I don't either because like I want guys on base when he's up the bat because he has that home run power.
Right.
That I would prefer guys be on base when he's up. So that's why I would prefer him in the 2 or the 3 spot maybe. But
yeah, but then who would you put number 1? We don't have that guy.
Segura.
I guess he could be that.
Yeah, I'll put Segura there. Because you're right, they really probably don't have that. Stott isn't that right now.
I still don't like Segura leading off.
Yeah, but who else is there? I mean, I guess the only 2 options really are Segura or Schwarber. I mean, you don't have a Jimmy Rollins. You don't have like a traditional leadoff guy.
No, you don't.
Right.
I don't know how good Verling is or Veerling, whatever his name is.
Veerling, yeah.
Bottom of the order. I can't see him leading off.
No, you don't want him leading off either. That's why I like Segura there because he's got more speed than a Schwarber, and he has the ability. Like the on base percentage isn't that high with him because he doesn't walk a ton, but he bats for average and he can get on base a decent amount. So I would put him. I would put him 1. Then I put Schwarber maybe number 2. I said this before. Then Harper 3. Then Hoskins or Castellanos 4, 5. JT 6. Who am I missing? Stott 7. And Veerling 8. Who the fuck? I'm missing somebody. Who the fuck am I missing?
Yeah, third down. I don't even know, honestly. Good outfielder, Veerling or whoever.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. So.
Yeah, plug and play your outfielder.
Right. Exactly. Thoughts on the Phillies Mets matchup today? I mean, listen, you're going against who pitched for the Mets today? I didn't even look at that.
I haven't watched anything today.
Yeah, my computer's not working right now. So, but yeah, I mean they're losing 4-0. So.
Yeah, so obviously it's not going good.
Right. It's not. Exactly. It's they're losing. They're losing 4-0. God damn it! I can't stop coughing. But yeah, I mean it's early in the season, right? It's game 4. So you just gotta hope the bats come together and that's
We
kind
should
of
really
it.
go in there and beat the Mets. Like I don't understand.
Yeah, I mean the Mets are a weird team because they have.
So
Well,
who's your pitcher?
what was that?
I said Scherzer didn't pitch, and it's not the Grom. So
Right.
we can look at
Hold on.
who pitched.
Hold on. I don't even care about that right now because we got breaking news. I told you I'd bring him on when he's
All
here.
right.
So let's bring in Dom.
Oh, there he is.
Dom. Dom, are you there?
Yo.
Dom, you're frozen. Oh, there you are.
Can you hear me?
We can hear you.
Can you hear
Your screen's frozen, but we can hear you.
Yeah.
Oh, is it frozen?
No, you're good. We can hear you. That's all that matters. It's the LA connection out there.
Okay, you're a little in and out. Yeah.
That's fine.
What's up, buddy?
What's going on?
It's not much, man. Enjoying life. You're a little delayed though, or I'm a little delayed, I think.
We'll figure it out. You're only going to be on for a couple minutes. You got a honeymoon to enjoy. I just wanted to get you on here because it's episode 50, so you had to be a part of it. It's a big milestone for us. So I just wanted to get you on and talk for a couple minutes. We'll deal with the delay. That's fine. But what you went and saw the Angels game? How was that?
Yeah, man. It was really good. It was really cool. Get to check it off the bucket list. It was a surprise. So, I think I said it on last week's show, but my wife surprised me for my birthday with tickets. So, we sat in right field. It was like, I don't know, maybe like 6 or 7 rows from the field.
Oh, nice.
You can't see shit from it's like center field and left field. You can't see shit, but you can see everything else. Like you can see the hitters and everything. Ohtani comes up and everybody watches. Trout comes up and everybody watches. So, and I think I posted on Instagram too. Like it's literally like stepping into 1966. It's so cool.
You did see that. Yep. I did see Ohtani. I think he struck out like 3 times that game too, right? I think Verlander got him a few times.
Yes, I believe so. Yeah, definitely struck out once.
That was a Verlander Syndergaard game, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
Yes.
Battle of the Tommy John.
So his first at bat, I think people were really confused because he let off. So his first at bat, like the ball like hit off the catcher's mitt, and everybody was like confused because they thought it was a foul. So it was a little different sitting where we were, but it was definitely a cool experience to walk around. We went to center field too, where the rocks are.
Okay.
Where like that, the waterfall wasn't on or anything like that, but still pretty cool to see. You could like literally like honestly like you could if you wanted to you could hop up there and like sneak through and like run on the field. It's crazy. Like there's just like
really
there's nobody. There's like no security. Like
for anyone going out there.
Right. Like legitimately like there's no security. Like everybody's just so laid back. So like it's definitely different than the Northeast.
Right, absolutely. What else you got planned the rest of the week?
We did a couple things. We did the Angels game. We did the Grammy Museum. We did. We've done a lot so far. We did Universal today, and then we got a Dodgers game on Friday.
Nice.
They play the Reds, and then Disneyland the next couple days, and then
that's fun.
Wow.
we did a celebrity tour. What was that? Yesterday on Sunday. That was pretty cool. It was like supposed to be 2 hours. The driver was like, "Oh, we'll go off for a little bit," and
nice.
He had us on for like an extra half hour because we were the last tour.
And, that's
we did
nice.
we did some stuff that really weren't it wasn't on the tour, so that was pretty cool.
Right. I won't keep you long. I know you got honeymoon stuff you got to take care of, but one last question.
You're in and out.
I'm in and out. Uh oh. Can you hear me now? Technology is a wonderful thing in 2022, isn't it?
Hold on.
Uh-oh. I think
Wi-Fi followed him over there.
Yeah. It's the California Wi-Fi.
Can you guys hear me?
I can hear you, but it's probably a little delayed. Can you hear me?
So wait, you can screenshot that picture of him on there? You can use that.
I wanted to hear Dom a hot take from Dom about the Sixers, and I'm not even going to get to ask him about it. He left. He gone. Dom, I had a hot take for you. All right. Well, I guess we could move on since his internet's shitty.
Of course.
I'm trying to text him saying he can
Yeah,
bail if he wants.
Wi-Fi filed in LA.
I know. Hold on. What's going? Oh, you just sent me a text of his face. This is great podcast. Hold on, Dom's in again. Hold on. What's going on here? What's going on here? Dom. This is live podcasting. We got a show to do, Dom.
I thought I had technical difficulties before the show started.
There he is. There
we go.
All right.
So, what was the last thing you heard? Because you were in and out. So,
well, I had one final question.
Totally went out.
I had one final question because I know you got stuff you got to do, but the Sixers start the playoffs on Saturday, I believe. Give me your hot take. We're not going to be able to talk about it before then. They play. Right. I just looked at who the fuck Toronto. Toronto. Yeah. Give me your hot takes. Do they take the series, and then you can get out?
Oh man, it's going to be really tough. Toronto plays them really tough. They really do. I mean, it should be. Listen, it should have been a series where people were. We should have been excited for the series because it wasn't like last year. Remember last year we played the Wizards. Yeah. And it was that easy, the easy first round. They weren't even supposed to be there. They were a play-in game, and they got they won the game and the play-in round, and they were like a 10 seed or a 9 seed, and somehow with that stupid rule they get in. It was definitely a very easy first round, and then we got smacked by Atlanta in the second round. So I think a lot of people were kind of excited, not excited, but look forward to playing Toronto because in that first round, it's
Dom froze again.
He's only good for 30 seconds at a time.
I was hearing Dom's hot takes about the Sixers.
They're gonna lose. They'll be out in the first round.
All right, Dom. You if you can hear me, you can get off. Have a great honeymoon, and rest of your vacation.
Yeah, enjoy, Dom.
Yep. He's gone. We can move on. It's fine. Yeah. I just wanted to get him on. This is a great. Listen, this episode's a shit show anyway. It's fine. We're about to have some fun though because we do have a guest lined up and ready to go. And there's really not much. There's not much Sixers that I want to talk about.
They're gonna be on the first.
Yeah, right. And there really isn't much Phillies because again they're losing 4-0 last I checked. So, I did have a who am I was gonna give to you, but our guest is ready to go. Do you want to do it with him? Do you guys want to try to figure it out? What do you want to do here?
Oh, let's do it together. Why not?
All right. Let's bring him in. Listener of the show, Michael. What's going on, man?
Nothing much. It's been a long time.
Absolutely. First, love the shirt.
What's up, Doug? I know, right? I do
love the shirt. It looks great.
Oh, that's the one he won.
Yep, exactly.
Remember I told you I had a little funny thing I wanted to throw in right off the bat?
Yeah, yep.
So this was a funny little gift, and I thought it was appropriate just because.
Okay. Okay, so for people listening, it's a Phired Up trophy, #1 fan. That's funny. I do like it.
As I said, I'm going to gift this to you guys so you can use it weekly and just put whatever you want on it, and whoever the weasel or winner of the week is. If you know
okay, I like it. It's a good idea. I appreciate that.
That's all
awesome.
I said. So it's coming your way with a pen. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, absolutely. I appreciate it.
Now?
What was that?
Can we put Joe Girardi on there now as a weasel?
Done.
It's a little early for that. No? On the hot seat already. I like it. I like it. So before we get into the trivia stuff, I do have a who am I? If you guys wanted to kind of do this together, it's easy. I think you guys will get this. This one's a softie. All right. So clue #1: I was drafted by the Phillies in the 3rd round of the 2004 draft. All right. That probably doesn't narrow it down much. Clue #2: I went to college at Northwestern University. Okay. Clue #3: I spent 15 seasons in the MLB. Clue #4: I played for 8 teams in my career. That's 8. All right. #5: I was runner-up for Rookie of the Year in 2009 with the Phillies.
J-Hap.
J-Hap is the right answer.
Damn it! He said it as a came to my tongue. I hate you. That's all right. That's cool.
That's all right. I like the fire.
Got it out 2 seconds before me.
I like it. All right, so let's go on to our trivia game. All right, so I figured it was fun this week with Dom being away. We'll do a head versus head or 1 versus 1, however you want to call it.
Oh my God, I want to cut you off real quick. Going back to that who am I? Do you know who won the Rookie of the Year that year?
I don't. Who was it?
I believe it was Chris Coughlin.
It was Chris Coughlin. Yep.
Yeah.
Was it? Okay, there you
Uh-huh.
go.
As soon as you said that, I was like, I have a funny feeling he's going to ask that question.
That's funny.
Because I wanted to see if he knew. Mike's memory is as good as a goldfish.
My memory's awful. That's why I suck at trivia. You guys know that.
And ironically enough, I'm not the greatest on the spot either. I said earlier, but it
Yeah,
was
I mean,
funny.
yeah.
It's funny. You said it, and it clicked at the same thing in my mind. I was like, oh, damn it. All right, whatever. At least I didn't feel like a total jerk. I didn't know an answer.
Right.
Right.
So.
So I figured. So I got 15 questions here, right? And I
Uh-oh.
figured, yeah. So the way I was gonna do it is you kind of each go back and forth, right? One person goes and answers the question, and if you get it right, you get a point. If you don't get it right, the other person has a chance to steal. We'll go back and forth. Most amount of answers, after the 15 questions, most amount of points wins the game. All right, sound fair?
Simple enough.
Yeah.
All right, and to determine who goes first, I'm gonna write a number down from 1 to 100. That sounds about right. All right, you guys can pick a number closest to it wins, and goes first. So just yell out a number.
86.
28.
It's 73.
Ah.
So Doug, you can go first. All right, you ready for the first question?
Yep.
All right. Question number 1: who holds the Eagles' record for most passing yards in a season?
McNabb.
Is that your final answer?
Yeah, that's my only guess.
That is incorrect. Michael, do you want to steal?
Yeah, it's a toss-up in my head. It's either... Oh, God. You said a single season, right?
Correct.
Vic's jumping to my mind for some reason because he had a heck of a 1 year. It's either him... I'm going to say Michael Vick, truthfully.
That is incorrect. It is
Damn
the
it.
one, the legend Carson Wentz in 2019, 4,039 yards. He's the only Eagle to throw for over 4,000 yards.
That's what it was.
Yep. All right, so Michael, your turn up now. Who has the most amount of interceptions in Eagles history? Thrown interceptions. Sorry.
Damn it. We said this, 3 weeks ago?
I don't think we did this. Who's thrown the most interceptions? I don't
who's
think I've
thrown the most
Yeah,
interceptions.
who has thrown the
had
most
the
amount?
most interceptions.
Sorry, my apologies. Yeah.
No, you're fine. You're fine.
Who has
I don't know why I
thrown the
clicked
most
like that.
amount of
Who has
interceptions?
thrown the most interceptions. Now, for that reason, I'm thinking it was McNabb.
Is that
I'm going
your
to say
final
McNabb.
answer?
Yeah.
That is incorrect.
Really?
Oh, I
Yep.
think I know who it is now. I got to stop doing that.
So just say the question again.
Who has thrown the most amount of interceptions in Eagles history?
I don't know. I'm going to say Jaworski.
It is Jaworski.
Is it?
It is Ron Jaworski.
It's either him
Yep.
or Cunningham. Like, it's got to be some of those here long.
Yep, 151 total interceptions with the Eagles.
No, total shot in the dark there.
Yep. So it is 1-1. Each stole that round, or those last two rounds. All right. So Doug, your turn again. Who led the Phillies in home runs in 2002 with 37?
2002.
2002.
I'll say Jim Tomey.
It is not Jim Tomei.
I had like three names in my head. I was like, it's got to be one of them.
It is not Jim Tomei. Michael, you're up.
I'm trying to think. 2002. Who would that be? See, I'm not really good with roster history on the Phillies.
Yep. Early 2000s.
I know. I'm trying to think because like I don't want to say Ryan Howard because I don't think he was even on the team yet. I'll be brutally honest. I'm drawing a blank.
Yep. Yeah. Do you have an answer, or you just want to pass that one?
You can say Ryan Howard, but I know it's probably going to be wrong.
Nope. It is Pat Barrow.
Okay, that's not what I was thinking. I was thinking of Brayu.
No. I think Abreu was second that year, I think. But all right. So Michael, you are up again. Who caught two touchdown passes, in the 2004 NFC Championship game against the Atlanta Falcons?
I can see the damn number. Is that when it's like you can see the number of the player, but you can't get the name?
Yep.
This is why I laugh hysterically at you every week, but I'm doing it now. I laugh behind the scenes, and I feel like a chooch now.
Oh, I do it every week.
I know. It's one of those things because you just can't. You think about it, you try to remember it. It's like it's easy when you're not on the limelight. But damn it.
Absolutely.
That's why YouTube's hysterical with Family Feud answers.
Right, exactly.
God, I'm drawing a complete blank. Go ahead, Doug. I got to pass it to you.
Chad Lewis.
Yep.
It is Chad Lewis.
Ah!
It is
I
Chad
hurt myself.
Lewis. Yep. All right.
To be fair, Mike didn't know that. You didn't know that either, like a couple weeks ago.
That's true. You did. He did ask me that same question. Was it you that asked me? I thought it was Dom. Maybe it was you.
No, it was me.
Oh, well, I shouldn't have thrown that question in then if I knew that you knew it. I thought it was Dom. I talked to Dom so much, I thought it was him. All right. So, Doug, this one's to you, right? Did I get that right? Yep. All right. So, which team did the Flyers lose to in the 2004 Eastern Conference Finals?
The Lightning.
It is the Tampa Bay Lightning.
Ooh.
Look at you. I'm actually surprised you got that. I'll be honest
Me
with you.
too.
I was hoping for the pass because that was the one I actually knew. I'm a closet Tampa Bay fan.
The only reason I put that together.
I didn't know that.
Because,
Hey, when the Flyers are out, I got to root for somebody. And
That's
I love
fair.
the logo when I was a kid.
That's fair. I'm the same way with the Colorado Avalanche. Love that team since I was a kid, so I get it. All right, Michael, you're our next. Which Philly broke the record for most pinch hits in a season?
In a season, though, that's the question. It wasn't Utley, was it?
No, it was not Utley.
my turn.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
I mean, that was the first one that popped into my head because I knew he did a lot.
Greg Dobbs.
It is Greg Dobbs. There you go.
He had a hell
4
of
to
a year
1.
in the league.
What was
He's
that?
killing me.
He had a hell of a year in the league.
Yeah, he did. Yep, that was the World Series year. All right, next question, Doug. Which defenseman did the Flyers acquire for James Van Riemsdyk?
This is that question you were talking about earlier, man. I had no idea.
Yeah, I told you there was a Flyers one that I didn't think you were going to get.
Yeah, I. Which defenseman? I don't know.
No,
What?
pass.
Can I get a year?
Nah, I can't really give you that.
Well, we'll
I don't even remember what year this was. This is probably.
We'll see if I get it. If not, then we throw the year out there.
I think Michael would get this.
I'd be mad at myself if I didn't.
No, go ahead, Mike. You take it. I have no idea.
He's passing.
Luke Shen.
It is Luke Shen. Yeah, that was probably what 2009, 10.
No, it was 2010 if I remember correctly. It was right on. I think it was at the end of the season, 2009 into 2010.
Right. Yeah.
Right before the openings of the season or something like that. Like as the
Right.
trade opened.
Okay. Yep. Yeah, I think it was like June or something of that. Yep.
Yep.
It was a bad trade. I'm not gonna lie.
I agree.
Michael, who was the first 1,000-yard rusher for the Eagles? The first one to do it.
First 1,000. Yeah. That's another toss-up. In the interest of time, I'm going to say pass because I want to think.
Passing.
Yeah, Doug, if you can think you can get it. Because I might shout it out after the fact. I'm thinking about it.
First 1,000-yard rusher in Eagles history.
Yep.
Yeah.
Who was the first 1,000-yard rusher?
I have a name, but I don't know if he had 1,000 yards. He could have. I don't know. I'm just gonna throw it out there. We're going way back, and Steve Van Buren.
It is Steve Van Buren.
Dave Van Buren.
Yep. There you go. It's a good guess.
God, I'm pulling these out of my ass.
That's my problem. It's one of those things. Like I'm thinking of the person's name and I'm looking at it and I just can't. It just doesn't come.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, I'm trying not to second guess. That's my problem.
That's mine too. I'm flipping between like 2-3 names in my head.
Gotta be confident. All right. This one is for yeah. This one for Doug, right? I think Doug, it's your turn. Which Sixer won the NBA Sixth Man Award in 2001?
Oh, not the year I thought you were going. 2001. I'm just gonna pass. I have no idea. Basketball's not my thing.
This is the only Sixer question I have, by the
I
way.
can name like 2 Sixers on that team. So.
For some reason, the first name Aaron's coming to my mind. What the hell is it? I'm surprised I even know this. Once in a blue moon, I come up with an answer for something. It's Aaron. It's Aaron something. Aaron something. Son of a. I'm not trying to curse.
No, you're.
I called you guys out on the one episode. I won't.
You've heard this show before. You know we let it fly.
No, I know that was the fucking fun of it. There you go. You happy now? It's Aaron something. I can't.
I got it. If you want to pass?
I mean, you already passed it, Doug. That's not how it works.
It's Aaron something. I'm blanking on the last name.
You're gonna kick yourself for this.
Probably. One of those times where it's like you can picture, you can see it. McKee or McKeel or something. Give it to me.
You said one of them there.
Did I really?
Yeah.
I know it's Aaron something. Aaron what? Aaron McKee? Or...
Aaron McKay. Yep. It
There
is
you
Aaron.
go.
It is Aaron McKay.
Son of a bitch.
I'll give that to you.
I told you I was like, I don't know why, but those random stupid Sixers questions I can grab. And that was the one time I think you and Dom were going back and forth and I had actually won. I said, holy crap, I know a basketball question. Here's another one.
See, I was trying to grab something from that era, but every answer is obviously Allen Iverson.
Allen Iverson.
So I didn't want to make it too obvious in that way, so I figured the next best player, Aaron McKay. That was a good question right there. All right, Michael, you are again up next. Let's see the next question. Who holds the Phillies record for the longest hitting streak?
That one, for some reason, Shane Victorino pops right to my head.
Is that your final answer?
Yeah.
That is incorrect.
Chase Utley?
Is that your final answer?
Yeah.
That is also incorrect. Chase Utley
He's either one of them.
Chase Utley was the second. Had the second most with 35. Jimmy Rollins had the longest hitting streak at 38 games.
That
So,
makes sense now.
5-3. Doug is in the lead. Doug, you are up next. What is the Flyers' longest unbeaten streak? If anybody listened to the episode where we have Brian Prop on, you would know the answer to this question because he talked about it.
The Flyers have a long history, so I feel like it could be like a high number. Because I feel like, you can pull off 10, 12, but
The longest unbeaten streak.
for some reason. But I feel like I've heard a bigger number than that. I'll say I have no idea. 36.
How much?
36.
That is incorrect.
One lower, 35.
35. Michael got it right.
I was like, holy crap, I thought you were going to pull that out of your butt. But you said 36. I was
I don't
like,
know. For some reason, 36 just like stood out to me.
That is an awfully close guess. Just throw that out. Just throw that out there.
I've heard it before, but I don't remember what it was about. I wasn't sure it was even Flyers. I'm like, for some reason, 30 something sticking out.
I was going to say, Mike, yeah, it was the episode you interviewed Brian Prop, but if I'm not mistaken, I want to say maybe 2 or 3 weeks earlier, I swear that was a question I think we all
It might have been.
there.
It might have been.
It was. Only, and again, as soon as you asked the question, it was like 35 right away. I
Yep.
was like,
There,
I
yeah,
knew that one.
25 wins, 10 ties in 1979.
Yep.
Hell of a streak.
Because ties were a thing.
Exactly. Yep. Back in the good old days. All right, Michael. Next question. This one's a little tough. I'll admit. Which Phillies pitcher threw a no-hitter and hit 2 home runs in the same game? It's a hell of a game to throw a no-hitter and 2 home runs.
God, that's got to be going back. I'm going to say that's a while ago, and anything before 2000, good luck.
Yeah, exactly.
And I'm going to say it's probably a pitcher from before the 2000s, right?
It is, yes.
Yeah. I'm right away. I'm going to pass because, like I said, anything beyond 2000 Phillies wise, I'm not going to remember.
All right, Doug, do you have a guess?
Yeah, you said it was before 2000?
Correct.
I have a name, and I think it was 2000.
Okay, well, throw that name out.
Yeah.
Perfect game.
It was a no-hitter and 2 home runs?
Yeah, he threw a no-hitter and hit 2 home runs in the same game. You're not going to have a better day at the office than that.
No.
Yeah, no, I was thinking, yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, I was going to say Kevin Millwood. I have no idea.
No, Rick Wise back in 1971. All right,
that
Doug.
was definitely one I wasn't getting. I'll tell you that.
Yeah,
that
was
gonna
a
make
little tough.
Yeah,
that one's tough.
You'd have to be a hardcore Phillies fan to know that one.
Absolutely. All right, Doug. Which college did Terrell Owens attend?
Tennessee Chattanooga.
It is Tennessee Chattanooga. There you go. It's such like a random school. I don't know how many people actually know that. All right, Michael. Right? Yeah, Michael, your turn. Who caught Terry Mulholland's no-hitter on August 15th, 1990? Who was the catcher?
Wasn't Dutch. Before that.
Phillies tied it up, by the way, apparently.
Nice.
Oh, hold on.
5-4.
New update. Phillies in the lead.
Yeah, 5-4.
Yeah,
Holy shit.
I was actually getting a couple texts off to the side asking if somebody saw did you see that home run? I was like, oh snap, we're missing
shit.
something good.
Yeah, we certainly are. Back to the question. Who caught Terry Mulholland's no-hitter on August 15th, 1990? So I guess just try to think of that time frame and who maybe was the catcher.
I was going to say
the
the only catcher that popped out was Darren Dalton, but I know it wasn't him. I think he was 91, 2 that joined the team. I'm wrong, pretty much. But go ahead, Doug. I guess if you want to try and steal it.
What's your answer?
I said Darren Dalton.
That is correct. It is Darren Dalton.
Ah, there you go.
Yep,
I had no idea. I was guessing.
I was guessing at that point too, but I was like, that was the only real catcher that stood out to me.
It is
Darren Dalton.
It is Darren Dalton. So
There you go.
we're tied
I
up
wasn't
here.
confident, but there you go.
We're tied up here at 5, and that takes us to the last question. So this is a big question, Doug, for the win. For the win, Doug. All right, are you ready?
Yep.
Who did Claude Giroux replace as Flyers captain?
Mike Richards.
Is that your final answer?
Yeah, because he's the only one I know.
That is incorrect.
I have no idea. Unless it's.
That's incorrect. So I wouldn't say it.
Go ahead, Mike.
Damn it, because that was originally going to be my guess.
There's
No, wait a minute. Hold on.
It might have been, but I'm not sure.
No, wait. Didn't he replace Gagne? Simone Gagne?
Is that your final answer?
Yeah.
That is incorrect.
What? Who the hell did he replace that? Because there's
That's still
Gagne,
again?
Richards
It was Chris Pronger.
for a season.
Okay, that's not.
was-
I was
yep,
gonna say
Chris-
Keenan.
That's
Chris
right.
Pronger was the
Pronger
captain for the season. Yeah, but then he got hurt and couldn't play again. So listen, I have
Son of a
it's
beach.
t-
No,
it's
I'm mad at
ti-
myself for not knowing that. But go
it's
ahead.
tied at 5. So we'll do a little tiebreaker, all right? I have a list of Eagles Pro Bowlers in the last 10 years. Just go back and forth, name them, and whoever gets the first one incorrect, whoever names the first one that's not a Pro Bowler, loses.
This is awful.
All right, so name Pro Bowlers, Eagles Pro Bowlers
football last like 2 years.
in the last 10 years. So it could be recent. There's a list of, I think, about 15 names or so, 15, 20 names. So whoever wants to start it first.
Shady McCoy.
He is one.
Okay.
All right, Jalen Hurts.
No, he was not a Pro Bowler.
There you
So
go.
there you go, Doug. All right,
Well,
Doug.
that was easy.
You win with the tiebreaker.
Right.
That was quite the battle.
Yeah.
It went back and forth in the beginning. I was actually surprised. I
Quite
kind
the
of
battle.
closed that gap quickly, though.
Absolutely.
I think what saved me was getting that Sixers or Flyers question.
Which one? Oh, the last one.
No, whichever one I got. I don't remember.
I don't remember what the Flyers
That's how much we forgot about the trivia.
Oh, the Tampa Bay Lightning. The
my
Tampa Bay
memory.
Lightning one. Is that's one you're talking
That's
about?
it, yeah.
The Lightning one he stole from me because he was thinking about it. That's good.
Yeah. Yeah, the last. So these are the Pro Bowl. I mean, I could go down the list. Jason Peters, Fletcher's cock. We love Fletcher's cock here.
Yeah.
Jason Kelsey, LaShawn
I've
McCoy.
always wanted to say you guys have always been about that cock. Just saying.
Lane Johnson, Brandon Brooks, Zach Ertz, Deshaun Jackson, Malcolm Jenkins, Darren Sproles, Evan Mathis, John Dorenbos, Connor Barwin, Jake Elliott, Nick Foles, Brandon Graham, Javon Hargrave, Rick Lovato, Josh Sweat, and Carson Wentz.
Rick Lovato. That's one I would have never gotten.
Never. Yeah, that's why.
Same thing.
Yeah, somebody who's going to win because there's no way either of you would have named Rick Lovato.
No.
No, probably not.
So, all right. Well, that was fun.
was-
Appreciate you
that was
coming
good
on,
for me.
Michael. Did you want to have anything else you want to get off your mind or get off your chest before we let you go? I appreciate. You
I
coming
mean,
on, having some fun.
all I can say is, our Flyers are in a serious rebuilding phase. You already know I'm a diehard Flyers fan for
Yep.
knowing all that stupid stuff. But I just, what the hell was it last week? I was literally screaming at my computer when you and Dom were talking about the what the hell
Was
was
this a
it? I'm
Keith
trying to remember
Yandel
off the top of
thing?
my head. I think it was the Keith Yandel thing.
Yeah, Dom had a
Is that-
bad take about Keith Yandel.
Yeah, and I'm just like, I had a bad take on it. I mean, if I go back to the thing, I'll probably find the point that I wanted to make. But it was just like, you got to have a little bit of faith at the end of the day, but also like, I'm reading into the whole, is Mike Yeo going to continue to be the coach? Are they going to try and go out? Who are they going to get to replace G? Of course, is always the question. A lot of questions.
There's no chance.
Stuff.
There's no chance Mike Yo's the coach next year.
Oh no, I already said that, but I'm just
Yeah.
saying I love entertaining some of the articles where they try to say that he is. It's like, or he could be.
The only way he returns is as an assistant coach.
No, assistant coach, I agree 100%.
Yeah.
But I'm like, as the actual head coach, I mean, granted, they've looked good at certain areas, but then they've also done the typical Flyers where they look good for a period, and then all of a sudden, like, who the hell is on our ice?
Yep, I will say this: I am excited to see Bobby Brink. I guess tomorrow. I think he makes his debut, right?
Yes. So. I was thinking the same thing. I was trying to bribe a buddy of mine to see if I could figure out some ticket situation for the next
There you
game.
go.
Once in a while we get lucky here and there.
Yeah, absolutely. Noah Cates looks decent. Nice little bottom six player, hopefully.
Yeah, and there was another one I saw today about they were trying to reach out for somebody. I'm pissed I didn't write it down. There was another name that they were saying that the Flyers were looking to sign, or they did sign, and I don't know. He could be a good prospect. I saw.
Oh, really? I did not see this. I know they were interested in one of the guys from, I think, was it Michigan?
I think that's what I was looking for. Yeah, it was the Michigan.
I forget his
like
name.
that.
I forget his name, but the loaded Michigan team that lost to Denver in the semis.
Yes.
Had a player that was an unrestricted free agent. I don't know if that's the one you're talking of. It might be.
No, I think it is. I can't recall the name off the top of my head, but I did read something earlier that popped up on one of the sites that I look at for outside the box stuff.
Yep.
When it comes to that, just staying up on the Flyers and sports. But yeah, I remember seeing. I think you're 100% right. I think that's who it was because I almost want to look it up now just out of curiosity.
Yeah. I forget his name. I'm drawing a blank on it, but that's what the season's about right now. Is just kind of getting a look at the young guys. So
getting a look at the young guys, getting the talent out there, and I mean honestly, the end of the season now, just let them play, see how they look. Rest possibly anybody that they think they could potentially work with, but we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, I love what I see from Owen Tippett though.
No, I agree with that. I mean,
I like Owen Tippett a lot.
Yep. He looks really good. And who was it the other night that had 2 goals on relatively new? Trying to start to get them in.
Noah Cates.
There you go. Noah Cates.
Yeah.
Yep, that's what it was.
Yep. Yeah, no, he looks like a nice little player. Ronnie Adder needs some time down on the minors to kind of season his game. He's a third or fourth round pick, so not expecting much from him, but he needs time down there. And
exactly.
Happens, so.
Sometimes it looks horrible, but look what they did even when Carter Hart came around. They stuck him in the minors for a little bit. You got to get some conditioning in there, get your feet wet per se, get on the ice. Coming from a former hockey player, but. It is what it is, and they got to do that for sure. Because to perform at the NHL level, you better be ready.
Yeah, absolutely. So. Doug, do you have any Flyers hot takes?
No, Flyers are not my thing. Baseball, I can do football.
And wait, time out. And you invite that guy on your show? Oh wait.
I know. Tell me about it.
Wait.
Just to fill him.
Yeah. As soon as he found out Dom was going to have a night off in April, back in December, and the second he found that out, he's like, "All right, I'll be there." Like, all right,
only
fine.
because it was baseball season. If it was in the middle of hockey season, you can find somebody else.
That's true.
Hey, look, to each their own sport. Keep it up. It's great. But
say true. Flyers do blow. Look at
that. That's pretty accurate.
That's pretty accurate right now. I can't even argue with that.
I mean, that shot's uncalled for. That shot's uncalled for. So
I've had some good chirps every now and then, but I haven't gone that extreme.
No, that's somebody me and Doug work with, so he can be an asshole. That's fine.
Oh, I got plenty of those. I still walk into work and get killed with Flyer stuff, even though they're out of the playoffs and everything. It's like whatever.
Yeah, I mean, what do you expect? They're missing the playoffs every other year. Seems like so. Hopefully they'll be good one day.
I mean, we keep saying it in our lifetimes, and I can honestly hear my one coworker in the back of my head dream on is his comment every year when it comes to the Flyers. It's like, look, eventually I'm going to see a cup in my lifetime. I might be 60 when it happens, but I'm going to see a cup.
At some point, it has
to happen. Exactly. It's like Field of Dreams. It could happen.
Right.
It can happen.
Exactly. Yeah.
Eventually.
Yeah, listen, nobody expected the Eagles to, like in 2015, 2016. If you said, "Hey, the Eagles are a year or two away from a Super Bowl," you wouldn't believe that. So anything can happen.
You could say the same when the Phillies won the series in 2008.
Yeah,
they didn't. Nobody thought they were going to do it back to back. They actually made it. They made it the year before, but lost, and then they made it all the way again and actually won it. The way the Philadelphia Sports won. Before that, excuse me.
They won in 2008, and then they went back in 2009.
But then lost in the Yankees. That's what it was. But I mean, nobody ever expected them to do that in 2008. The way they did, they made that run, and look at the city. I still have a picture somewhere of just Broad Street from the one building, just miles and miles of just red, seas of red and blue. Gotta love it.
Yep, I was on Broad Street the night they won. It was insane.
Really? I didn't know that.
Yeah. The night that they won, I was down on Broad Street. I was in South Philly. At a relative's house, but it was nuts. The city was insane.
I was 3 blocks off Broad Street in South Philly, and the noise level was just unbelievable.
Yeah,
it's something that'll stick with you that you'll never forget, and I'm just glad I have that type of memory. Philly. If it's one thing you could say about Philly, whether if it's Flyers, Eagles, Sixers, we're passionate. Period.
Absolutely.
We're all passionate about our teams, and there's never denial. Philly always gets a bad rap sometimes for its fans, but I'm going to lean towards the Eagles on that one. But Flyers, Sixers games, come on. Even if you're on the other team, you might chirp you a little bit, but that's it.
Yeah, especially the Flyers. They're not the same fan base they once were, where you were going to get beat the hell up. You know what I mean? If you go down there in a different uniform, but
it definitely cleaned the act up. I mean, come on, the game is definitely better than it has been. A lot of the rule changes have made things better, faster. Honestly, that's what you want, more goals. But feel bad for the goalies at the end of the day. But still,
right.
Hey, somebody's got to score.
Right, that's true.
0-0 games are boring.
Yeah, they can be. But I'm excited to watch playoff hockey.
No, I agree.
So.
Who are you rooting for? Colorado?
Yeah, I think Colorado because they're just fun. And like at one point, I was like after they traded for Drew, I would have said I'm kind of rooting for Florida just because of the Drew angle. But I've heard so much about like Drew and what he's doing over there. I don't even care about Florida anymore. I'm just hearing too much about it. So
no, I got the same exact philosophy towards it. Like, I'm happy. Look, if G can do it and he can take Florida to a cup, great, whatever. Hey, Phillies win.
Phillies win. Yep.
Talking about. So, I mean, if G can take him to a cup, more power to him. I mean, he deserves it for crying out loud for what he put up with the Flyers for as long as he have. I mean, my heart, is split, losing Drew, but at the same time, it was like it all made sense to me as the Flyers fan. But of course, on paper, we got screwed at the end of the day with that trade. But granted, it was his choice, it was his decision, and I get heckled even with people that people that I talk to on a daily basis about Flyer stuff, and it was just like, how could you support? I was like, the guy almost basically took us to a cup ourselves the one time,
right?
But the team just wasn't with us. Our defense was letting us down. Our goalie situation was like round robin in the net, who's in, who's out. Like, come on, guys, really?
Yep.
Give the guy credit where credit's due. But hey, if
Absolutely.
he wins, I'm glad for him, and I hope he gets a ring. Seriously.
Yeah, and it could happen this year. Florida's stacked.
They are.
They
and what was it? It was like 5-1 the other night, and they came back and it was 7-5 by the end of the game.
Was that?
And Drew had at least, I think, his first goal with the.
Was that against Toronto? I know Toronto blew a 4-goal lead to Florida. I think it was that game exactly, because I think it was 5-1 at one point, and then Florida just came back, and it was like, I think G, if I'm not mistaken, had the tying goal to make it 5-5. Did he?
I think so. It was either he had the 5-5 or he was 4. It was 5-4, but it was definitely right there.
The total was 7-6. The over a hit in that game.
Oh, without a doubt.
So I'm trying to find Drew's goal. Drew scored to make it 5-4. They were down 5-3.
Yep.
And he scored to make it 5-4.
He scored 5-4. That's what I thought it was. I thought it was either 5-4 or he had the tying, but it was definitely up there. Like, he definitely, and I think he had an assist in that game too, golden assist.
He did. Yep, a golden assist. Yep. Absolutely. So. All right. Well, listen.
I'm stoked.
This was a lot of fun. I appreciate you coming on. We'll have to do it again.
Absolutely. So, I mean, I'm just glad I was able to, definitely raise it to finally boast it after all this time, and
that's true.
Being in the chat and yelling and hollering and getting to poke Dom every once in a while too, just for fun of it.
You can do it again next week. He'll be back on.
I'm sure he will be. Don't worry, I live in that chat. I'll be there.
That is true. That is true. All right, well, we'll let you go.
Only work made me miss 1 week. That's all I'm going to say.
I guess so. Right? Just one, and then there was a time you were doing it from like a bowling alley.
Oh, that's because you did it on a Tuesday night, and Tuesday night's my bowling night.
Is that what it is?
Yes, Tuesday night is bowling night. I had you in my ear. I was still listening.
Yep.
But you did it on a Tuesday night.
Yeah, anytime the Eagles play on like a Monday, which I think is the reason why we moved it to Tuesday. Anytime the Eagles play on a Monday, we're going to do the show on Tuesday.
And here, one last quick shout out, just because I had to. Yep. I'm the one on the bottom if you can make it out, but almost near perfection, freaking 279.
Wow.
Sponsored by the Mac Brothers with that awesome towel they hooked me up with as a long ass Christmas gift that I got years ago. But I was so fired up that night, mad. I couldn't believe I got screwed on one frame. I could have had it.
Yeah, 279 is nuts. I'm lucky if I break like $125.
I hit 196 twice, and I never hit 200.
Yeah, it's tough.
Of 07, date that'll always live in infamy with me. It was my first and only 300.
Really?
Swear to God.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, the fact that you hit it at all is nuts.
Yeah.
No, and it was one of those stupid little Cinderella strikes in the 10th frame where you throw what you thought was a good shot, leave a solid standing 10 pin, and the pin rolls all the way across the lane, kisses it, and it does the.
Really? Oh, that's wild.
It went one way, back up, fell the other side. Like, really?
That's nuts.
So that was my Cinderella 300 story, as I jokingly say. But for the people that witnessed it, it was like the biggest hold your breath, like and then it just erupted.
Yeah, and then you probably went nuts.
Oh, I went absolutely shit.
Yep.
And like I said, the first and only one under my belt. I've gotten close quite a few times. I mean, 298 was the second closest I've gotten to it. Just dropped it in the 12th frame, basically.
That's brutal.
Nothing's worse than when you see a 299. Then you really want to fall and hit the lane.
Yeah. My goodness. That's awful. Couldn't imagine. All
Got my
right.
bowling talk in.
Yeah, exactly. That might be the first time we'll talk bowling in a
Hey,
long
bowling
time.
talk's never bad. I used to bowl in the league for like 2 years.
Hey,
Yeah.
league bowling's a lot of fun. Seriously.
It is fun. I always
joke-
stopped because we had my daughter, so that's why I stopped.
No, exactly. I jokingly call it my once a week anger management class to keep me sane from going to work every day.
Exactly. Chuck the ball in the lane. It's great.
Yeah, you just picture whoever you're pissed off at the most is your head pin, and you throw the ball as hard as you can. At least it's legal.
That is
True.
true.
It's legal abuse.
I'm gonna get going. You guys can just sit here and talk bowling for an hour.
No, we'll let you go, Mike. I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. It's fine. You're good. All right. I guess we get out of here. Michael, thank you for joining the show, and we'll do it again.
Thanks for having me. On a serious note, it's been, like I said, I'll say it. Look, it's a dream come true. I'm glad I got to be on it, and let's keep it going.
Absolutely, and go Flyers. So
damn right, go Flyers. Fired up.
Go, yeah, Fired Up. Love the shirt. You can get those at our merch store on Bob Fire. So, all right, I'll say it.
Go get your merch. Let's do it.
Exactly.
Come on.
Appreciate it. All right, later.
Have a good night, everybody.
Say it. All right, there we go.
That was a fun segment.
You got a nice little victory.
I did. I thought you were going to go with the tiebreaker since I got the who am I, and so I wouldn't have to do the tiebreaker question. But I mean, I saw you through there.
I mean, it's like a retroactive, like, you can't say, "Oh, I won the tiebreaker" before we even did the thing.
I know. But...
I was prepared for a tiebreaker, so I wrote up a tiebreaker question, which I actually thought was a legit question. I thought that was a good question.
It was just very uneventful. It should have been just like a single answer question. Because you missed the first one, and that was it.
True, but I also I expected more back and forth. I didn't expect him to say Hurt. Like, I love Michael, great dude. Did not expect him to say Jalen Hurts there.
No.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, how many names do you think you could have? I mean, I've named them already. I don't know if you remembered them at all. But how many could you have realistically named off before not getting one?
5, maybe.
5, yeah. And that's what I expect. I expected 5, 6, 7 names.
Yeah.
And then eventually one of you would have got it wrong.
Yeah. Wish I thought of Rick Lovato. I could have got that and just sealed the whole thing.
I mean, nobody in their right mind would have guessed Rick Lovato.
No. I don't remember what he was. Was he a long snapper?
I believe so.
Okay.
I believe the thing is, I don't even know. Hold on, Rick.
I think he was a long snapper.
Lovato. Hold on.
Did he take over for Dornbos?
Probably. He is. Yes, he is a long snapper. Correct.
Okay.
Signed with the Eagles in 2016. So there you go. So I guess the good thing though, that we just found out is the Phillies won. I'm trying to see the box score.
Yeah, they had a 5-run 8th.
Is that what it was?
Yeah, 5-run 8th. Didi hit a home run.
Did Didi hit a home run?
Yeah, I believe it was Didi.
I'm trying to look it up. This is great podcasting.
I sort through my phone. I have like Cleveland and Philly stuff on here. So
why do you have Cleveland stuff on there?
I told you before when I had a bunch of Cleveland guys on my fantasy team.
You told me before, but you didn't tell anybody else. So I was letting the listeners know. I can't get just play by play. MLB.com, your app is stupid. Or your website's stupid. All right, hold on, I have it. All right, hold on.
Right.
Let's go to the bottom of the 8th. Schwarber grounds into a force out. Second baseman to shortstop. Lindor. Alec Bohm scores. Okay, there you go. And then JT hit a homer. I was just talking about him earlier in the show, about him not getting going yet. He homers, and that scores 2. Kyle Schwarber scores. And then Hoskins doubles. Castellanos scored. And then Gregorius doubled. And then Hoskins scored. So Gregorius doubled. He didn't home run.
Okay, maybe it was Bohm that hit a home run earlier.
Bohm did not hit a home run. No, Bohm did not. Real Muto hit a home run.
No, as far as I saw Bohm.
He scored, but he didn't hit a home run.
Okay, well then again, I am sick, so God knows what I saw. So I'll chalk it up to that.
Oh, you're making excuses now.
It gives me sympathy. That's fine.
And then Brad Hand came in the 9th inning and got Yep, retired the side 1, 2, 3.
Oh, good.
It is nice to see though. The bullpen looks decent so far early on.
So far, there's
Familiars
some
look good.
And was one of my questions.
Yeah, hands look good so far. At least tonight, got the save.
I think Familia looked good the other day. He did have some error. It wasn't him though. There was a couple errors in the beginning, but
yeah, I mean, speaking of, I mean, Bohm had a rough night at third base tonight. I don't know if you saw he had 3 errors. I think it was.
No, I didn't see it.
Yeah, he had 3 errors, and he looked really pissed off at one of them. So.
Well, you gotta learn.
Exactly. That's why Stott should be the starting third baseman.
Oh man, Stott should be a shortstop.
I agree, he should be a shortstop. But then what do you do with Didi? Bench?
Bench.
Yeah, you're probably right. But I still don't know if. No, I know, but I still don't know who Bohm. Like, I still don't know if Bohm is an everyday third baseman yet. Like, I don't know if he is. No, exactly. So that's why I feel like you almost have to put Stott there, and not to say that Stott is an everyday third baseman, but I think you have to figure that out.
No, I think he can handle it better than Bohm can.
Maybe, but he's also a rookie. I mean, if he's
Scott Kingery 2.0.
Who?
Bohm.
Nah, I mean that's unfair.
Is it though?
That's unfair. You can't call him Scott. No, that's unfair because like Scott Kingery, they gave a massive contract to before he. No, hold on. What?
I said he had a good half a year, and everyone thinks he's the second coming of Mike Schmidt.
Oh, relax. Okay, there's a difference because, like, they gave Kingery like that 4-year like big money contract before he even stepped on the field, right? Like, at least Bohm had a nice rookie year. He hasn't done that again, but at least we saw him do it at one point, and he's still young enough where maybe he'll figure it out. So to call him the second coming of Scott Kingery, that's unfair.
Yeah. I think he's right up there. He's not going to get the big contract Scott got, but he's going to suck just like Kingery.
That's unfair. It's early. Give him some time.
Oh, well, mark it down. Episode 50, I called it.
Episode 50, you called it. That's going to be the title of the show. Is with Alec Bohm is the next Kingery.
Yeah, well, speaking of Phillies prospect, did you see Spencer Howard the other day? Like 7 earned runs, like 4 home runs.
We've never been so wrong about a prospect. Holy shit. We thought he was going to be great. And he's awful. He's terrible.
I've always thought he was a better reliever because he runs out of gas fast. So, like, just have him pitch an inning. But they're keen on making him a starter.
Yeah.
Here and Texas.
Because he had good stuff coming up, I guess. So... People want that as a starter, I guess, but
hell, you're not getting it. Put him in the bullpen. At least you can get some use out of him.
Right. Absolutely. That's probably what they should have done. That's probably what they should have done here.
To go in the pen for not a ninth inning, like a 6, 7, 8 inning maybe.
Yeah, you don't want him in a high leverage situation.
No, 6, 7 would be perfect for him.
Yep. Yeah, just a guy that can eat an inning here or there.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, you got anything else on your mind before we get out of here?
No.
Any Flyers, any Sixers, any Eagles you want to talk about?
No, I do want to talk about my compensation for the show. My Venmo's a little empty.
Your Venmo's empty. Yeah. Compensation for what show?
For bringing the content.
I'll tell you this. I will give you 20% of what this show makes. So listen, 20% of nothing is still nothing.
Great.
Okay. So there you go. I think that's a solid. Fair offer.
How about tomorrow? You take 5 stops off me after that.
That's no. I will pass. It's a good offer. It's a good offer, but I will pass.
All right. Well, I guess I'll just have to keep the fantasy trophy over here then. So I get compensated.
But you lost. This is fantasy hockey, by the way, for people that are for the one person that's listening currently.
Right.
This is the fantasy hockey. Doug won last year. Lost this year, though, so you got to get that trophy back.
Yeah. I was going to bring it today, but I forgot.
Yeah, of course you were. So, all right, we get out of here. The only thing I will say is I hope the Eagles sign Tyrann Mathieu because I think that'd be fucking huge.
I hope so. The Eagles need so much help defensively.
Yep. They've gotten it, though. I mean, Reddick looks good. Kazir White looks good. So.
Now, you do have some guys who need help in the secondary.
Yep.
We have to get the quarterback. Hopefully Fletcher Cox can do something.
That's not the way you say it on the show.
Fletcher's cock.
There you go. Thank you.
So hopefully he'll do something and let his cock down on quarterbacks.
There we go. Now we're talking.
But come on, like 3.5 sacks is disappointing for a $100 million guy.
Oh, for sure, absolutely. That's why they cut him and then re-signed him to try to save money and that whole thing.
Like, you gotta have better production than that. Like I was all for him for even though he didn't have the sacks. I'm like, he's a pocket breaker. He can get in there, disrupt the quarterback a little bit, disrupt the pocket. He just didn't do it.
Yeah, I mean, maybe putting Reddick there, who's more of a disruptor. Disruptor.
Maybe,
I can't even talk.
They gave him multiple guys. They gave him Tim Jernigan. They gave him a couple other guys too.
I mean, Reddick's better than Jernigan.
No,
I mean, they did give him Hargrave, who was really, really, really solid for them. I will say that, but I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Maybe we'll get Carson Wentz back as a backup. That'd be nice.
Jesus Christ!
Phil, if you're still listening.
Yeah, you're gonna set him off. This show's already going on an hour. I don't need it to go on another 45 minutes.
No.
Because he can keep going about the Carson Wentz stuff.
Yep, he'll be calling me any second.
Yeah, he might. All right, I'm ready to get out of here. If you are,
Yeah, I think so.
and any final thoughts? I know you're sick. You probably got the Rona over there.
No, negative test.
Negative test. That's good. That's good to hear.
Yeah.
Was apparently it's running rampant. Philadelphia is back on the mask mandate, which is insane to me.
It's all for indoors, all right?
Yeah, it's crazy.
I'm still good for the Phillies game then.
Right. Yeah. I guess that would affect Flyers and Sixers game. Like the Sixers start the playoffs on Saturday.
Yep.
Wow, I didn't realize
That's
that.
annoying.
Yeah, certainly will be. But yeah, I mean, we're gonna get out of here again. If you're listening, Apple Podcasts and Spotify, go check us out, like us, and subscribe over there. We're live every Monday night on YouTube, Facebook, and now Twitch. Tonight was our second night on Twitch. So yeah,
Did not know that.
Yeah, you didn't know we're live on Twitch. You don't listen to the show. You don't listen to the show. You work all day. Put it in the car on your way to work. You drive an hour and a half to work every day. Like, put it on in the car.
Here's my work day. I load my truck. I talk to you. I deliver packages, and then I drive home. So why do I need to hear you again for another 2 hours when I'm home?
I don't like. I don't know. Because you should. Because you should support the show.
I do support the show, although I don't have a nice Phired Up T-shirt.
You didn't win the giveaway.
I could have.
But you didn't. That's not how giveaways work.
And you got me back on Twitter just for that giveaway. I had to find my password. I had to reset everything.
I see.
I had to follow you.
We're just rambling at this point, so we're gonna get out of here, Doug.
I'm
Unfortunately,
old compared to you.
What?
I'm old compared to you.
What do you mean?
Dude, I'm like 35. You're like not even 30 yet.
That's
you
true.
Are 30.
No, I'm not 30 yet.
No, June, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, all right, we're rambling. So we'll just get out of here again. Like and subscribe on all those places, and we'll be back next Monday.